I made a rancid shark game for $500. First, a bit of context. Several months back, I was looking for projects on a freelance website. At that point, I found a listing that promised $500 in payment. Upon reviewing the design document, it can be distilled down to a mobile game in which players control a shark that consumes other fish and smaller opponents. Come on, it's literally a marine version of Agar.io. So, I reacted to the proposal. To be honest, I didn't have much hope, but I got hired. Well, the first step is to build the map. But with $500, there's no way I can afford to pay an artist for original 3-dimensional models. Thus, I purchased a pack that contained the shark, little fish, and various decorations for only $5. I brought it into Unity, and my first task was to lay down the terrain. I duplicated it several times to expand the map. After that, I began to contemplate ways to stop the player from exiting the map entirely. The easiest way would be to use invisible walls. But the classy solution, inspired by Doge, was to surround the map with huge rocks. Now it blends in perfectly with the environment. After that, it's simply about embellishing the background with algae, corals, stones, and additional algae, corals, and stones. But does it still look empty? What else can I add? It's the ocean. While searching for references online, I came across Sesto. Of course, Atlantis, a sunken city from Greek mythology. I downloaded several models of Greek architecture and integrated them into the map. I also placed the Moai statues because they look nice, even though they have absolutely nothing to do with the Greeks' XD. But even with all that, the map feels lifeless. If the player is in a position with nothing in the background, they would be lost. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please subscribe and hit the bell. I added sun rays and much better. Ready? The map is complete now. I sent the design to the client and he told me that the player would get bored of the same map. So he forced me to create a variation of the map but darker. Thus, I did just that, altering the lighting and repositioning the decorations. Now it's time to implement the player. I programmed him to turn in the direction the control points and to move ahead. After that, I set the camera to track the player. But there's a problem. If it drops too low, it goes through the floor. Thankfully, the solution is straightforward. Simply cast an invisible ray downward from the camera's position to restrict how low it can go dynamically. After that, I implemented the leveling system, which basically means the shark grows in size when the top bar fills up. I also made the camera zoom out as it grows. If not, it would eventually block the whole screen. Even though it's indirect, high-level players would gain an advantage due to their broader field of vision. However, this is the client's idea, so I can't do anything about it. Let's not overlook something crucial. Low-level sharks cannot grow if they don't eat. Thus, I incorporated various fish groups, programmed their behaviors, and ensured they swam randomly. I then enabled the player to consume it even if they are a bit distant from the target, similar to a magnet. This is all aimed at enhancing the game experience. Just in case, I will try again to see if it works well. What happened? Well, according to the client's design document, the game must have at least 3 power-ups, and the first one I implemented was the rocket. Basically, it allows the player to either escape from enemies or eat a lot more fish. Oh, and it also helps with automation. The second one I implemented was a time bomb. It explodes a few seconds after being launched, reducing a complete level for the victims. Ultimately, I made the flying knife, which is rather unremarkable, but it deals substantial damage when it strikes a target. Players with levels under 5 are the only ones allowed to use power-ups, ensuring a bit of balance in the game. Great, it's time to develop the enemies. I coded their AI to hunt and consume the closest fish. Moreover, if it comes across a shark of a lower level, it will pursue it for a few seconds to try to eat it. Also, it can utilize power-ups. I'm not sure why, but watching the bots fight and kill each other is satisfying. To conclude the game, I included a leaderboard so players have a goal to reach the top position and be the best. After that, the client instructed me to monetize the game, meaning an ad will pop up every time the player dies. The game is finished. I delivered the source code to the client and asked for payment, and as I expected, they requested a few minor adjustments, such as altering a sound or texture. Finally, I got paid. But unfortunately, I did not receive close to $500 since the platform takes a 20% commission, leaving me with $400. Considering the bank's transfer fees and the 3D models I had to buy, I ended up with just $383 from the original $500. It's not bad, but I believe the game is worth a bit more than that. So this time, there won't be a download link. I sincerely apologize because once the client pays, all rights to the game will be transferred. So if you like the video, please like it, share it, and subscribe if you want more games in 24 hours and sometimes RTX. I always read the comments for any ideas, suggestions or opinions. I'm Luis Def and I'll see you in the next video.